When business owners pay their annual premium, they make a dangerous assumption. They treat that payment as a magical, impenetrable barrier. Take Michael. Over 10 years, he scaled a small construction business from a single pickup truck and a few hand tools into a highly reputable company with a full crew and large contracts. Every year, his renewal notice would arrive in the mail. He would check the price, pay the premium, and file the paperwork away without reading the actual terms. To him, the goal was simple: find the lowest cost and assume the business was safe. This routine creates a false sense of security, leaving a growing business exposed to risks the owner hasn't actually accounted for. One summer night, a severe storm swept through Michael's area. It tore through a commercial job site, heavily damaging a client's building and generating a wave of panicked phone calls by morning. Michael stayed perfectly calm. He figured his insurance company would simply step in, write a check, and fix the mess. But when he called his agent, he hit a wall. He discovered that a policy does not automatically cover every situation. Insurance policies are strict legal contracts governed by highly specific limits, conditions, and exclusions. They outline exactly what is covered and, more importantly, what is intentionally left out. These contracts operate on highly specific conditions, meaning coverage only triggers under the precise circumstances defined in the fine print. The entire system of insurance is built to mitigate highly specific, named risks. Take a look at this flowchart mapping out a basic policy structure. General liability insurance is a specific tool meant for third-party claims. It activates if someone is physically injured on your property, or if your employees damage a client's site. But the coverage stops there. To protect your own buildings and physical assets, you need commercial property insurance, and if an employee gets hurt on the clock, that falls strictly under workers' compensation insurance. Michael's operations, headcount, and contract sizes multiplied over the years, meaning his risk profile grew exponentially, yet his understanding of his coverage had remained completely frozen in time. Failing to align the specific details of a policy with the actual scale of your operations turns a growing company into a massive, unprotected liability. Consider Sarah, a restaurant owner, who faced her own disaster when a catastrophic kitchen fire forced her to close her doors for 3 full months. Her survival came down to a complex, often overlooked provision called business interruption insurance. As we can see on this revenue timeline, while her physical building was unusable, the policy stepped in to fill a massive 3-month gap. It replaced a portion of her lost income and kept the lights on by covering ongoing operational expenses. Two business owners can both check the box that says they have insurance, but the actual protection they receive on their worst day can be drastically different. Hearing this prompted Michael to initiate a proactive audit of his own contracts. He finally started verifying his liability limits and questioning his specific exclusions, and calculating what would happen if a major lawsuit exceeded his policy cap. Business survival relies entirely on understanding these precise mechanical details before a disaster strikes, because trying to learn them after the damage is done guarantees financial ruin. Michael stopped viewing his insurance as a frustrating annual business expense to minimize. He began treating it as a dynamic financial protection strategy. He implemented regular coverage reviews as his business expanded and invested heavily in workplace safety. A year later, a customer filed a substantial property damage claim against Michael's company. This time, he didn't panic or blindly hope for a check. He already knew his coverage limits, understood the exact exclusions in play, and confidently navigated the claims process. Michael's understanding of the policy mechanics meant the situation was resolved without the confusion and financial shock of the previous year. There is a massive gap between simply holding a piece of paper that says you are insured and actually understanding the text printed on it. The average business owner falls into the trap of hunting for the absolute lowest premium during renewal season, ignoring the fine print entirely. Successful owners ignore the sticker price and focus completely on the depth of their protection. Because when an unexpected event finally occurs, the price you paid for your premium becomes completely irrelevant. The only thing that matters is whether the specific terms of your contract are actually prepared to protect the life you built.